operating from the level that he was operating. Like, he'll go through an awakening, right? Realize he in an awakening. You know what I'm saying? Everything is everything. And then after a while, it's just like you back to, not back to how you was, but just you're not feeling the intensity of your spiritual awakening like you did in the beginning. He was like, he coming out with an app that will teach us how to stay at that level. He said he had got to that level and taught himself how to stay there. And he reached out to somebody, I don't know, some damn agency. And he was like, they mistakenly sent him an email that said, oh my gosh, he unlocked it. So he was like, it's agents in place that don't want you to go out. Yeah. So when you do unlock it, it's best to use that energy to do what I had started doing, like become a mentor, uplift people, all that.
That's what I just screenshotted. The masses have never thirsted after truth. They turn aside from evidence that is not to their taste, preferring to defy error. If error seduce them, whoever can supply them with illusions is easily their master. Whoever attempts to destroy their illusions is always their victim.
Yes. That's some true shit.
Like, come on.
He basically just kind of said something like that in the thing.
That's crazy, man. I ain't surprised.
But yeah, so that's why, like, you hear me say, I'm trying to get back to how I was, man. I know I ain't. And it's like, he even said, stop trying to go back because you're going to put yourself in a loop. He was like, the thing you want to do is
elevate.
Map out that energy how you are now. Like when I say I want to go back, I was saying, oh, I want to go back to how I was.
Yeah, how you felt.
My spiritual awakening.
What you was seeing, what you was hearing. As clear as it was. And that was for that time, though.
Right. He was like, each time
it's going to be
different. He was like, you don't even want to have to keep going through each time. You want to keep it there.
Yeah. That's just like Michael Jordan. This nigga practiced so much to be raw at basketball after the first championship, nigga, I'm here after the third one. But I ain't even got the goddamn practice like that no more. This shit already in me. Like, I'm already great. So.
And that's what he was saying. And that's why I like, man, we up. We already up, but I know working on ourselves spiritually, that's the first thing. It's one thing to have it, and you ain't get it from your inside. Like he was talking about everybody seeking things outside themselves. You're going to be in the same, you're going to continue to go through the same shit over and over because you're continuing to look outside yourself for everything when all the answers are within. And I know that. I know that for a fact because I experienced it on my own. I ain't have to goddamn
be told or nobody share their story.
I just knew. And that's the age we in of knowing.
Yeah, you was saying that shit to me when I was coming out of Christianity. Like, nigga, it's enough to believe, but it ain't enough. Nigga, do you know what you say you believe? Do you know it to be true?
Some people be, I believe that, and they just go off of what they believe, but
what they heard, because it ain't even that might be their belief for real. Yeah,
it's been put into.
You done heard it so much. I believe that.
He was like, you got to be comfortable with knowing that you are the creator. Like, you are the creator. You ain't divine source of all of this, but you are a spark of that. So you have to walk in your Godhood. Like, you have to know that you are creating your life.
I think to say that to sum that up and say it simpler. Cause I can remember when I was a Christian, niggas say that shit to me, bro, you God, bro. That shit used to hurt me. It's cause of what I've been taught. What you heard so much is like it's hard to accept some things, but I think what that is initially saying is, you know, once you know your power, the areas you're strengthened in, like, I know I can write music. You know what I'm saying? I know I can go out and be a hard worker. You know, it's like you supposed to goddamn master them things. Okay, Kobe Bryant knew, nigga, I'm a basketball player. Like, you know your role, basically. When you know your role and what your purpose is, and you can hone in on that, that's when I think you're walking in your godhood, because you're doing what you are.
No, he wasn't even talking about like doing. He was talking about like
being.
Yeah, he was talking about being, but he was talking about your being, like who you are as a soul, not this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
And not what you're doing here.
I don't even want to say doing no more. You're
up,
saying being. So, yeah, okay, like I know I'm a giver.
Waking up to your power. Not you physically doing anything. You just knowing who you are. That's what he means. Like,
oh, okay, knowing your power.
Yeah, you as a spiritual being. Not even to go out and do anything, but just you yourself knowing that you are a spiritual being. Okay,
example. Are you saying like just how I started getting introduced to astrology, and I read my birth chart, and I could read my birth chart and see what my strengths are? That shit's spiritual. It ain't what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I ain't talking about it because you steady trying to break it down logically. Oh, yeah, you trying to break it down logically, and we talking about spiritually here. Okay. Like you are God, spirit, not your human and your personality and what you're doing.
Yeah, not this skin suit.
But just your spirit inside. Like when you have a spiritual awakening, you wake up to the fact that nigga, it's more than just.
Oh yeah.
It's more than just this. Okay. Like you wake up to who you are, and I don't know, like if you get it, because you don't really get it unless you experienced it. So like. You're waking up to who you are and your power as far as not reacting to certain shit. Understanding that some people are just like this, or, you know what I'm saying, just being able to go throughout your day without nothing making you angry or sad or this, but just...
You just living.
Yeah,
you're being.
Because you are.
You ain't even living. You're being.
You're being because you're not.
I understand what you're saying. And I was finna say that was my day to day, but on the way back to the job, it was like these crackers just swerved from me so fast, dog. Like I had slam on my brakes. Then you do it again in front of somebody else. I'm like, bro, what the fuck,
tested
bro?
Out there? Because us having this conversation, it made me
all
think
the time.
The fact that we react like that when someone does that, that doesn't do nothing but bring more of that into our lives. Like that's something.
And that's funny you say that, because after the van did it, why 2 other cars did that shit to me? I was like, damn. I tried to pull up on the van. I did. I fucked around. And he left my ass too, like for like 4 lights. But I'm for real, when he did it, he left my ass. Dog had me by 4 he had me from the light in front of rooms to go, right when you coming out of the mall and busting that left on blend. He had me from that light all the way down to the light at the McDonald's right before you get to Kingsley, with Dunkin' Donuts on your left. Mm-hmm. Like, it took me all the way to get up there by Dunkin' Donuts to catch up to this nigga. But I got beside his ass. I'm honking the horn at his ass. The van in front of me think I'm honking the horn at them, so they hump back. But they scoot up a little bit, so I scoot up on dog. And I look at him, there's a white, bald-headed white man, all this here. He mad on the phone with an AC guy. And when I seen that, I was just like, man.
Yeah, because even him, he wasn't even in his consciousness. Nigga, you on the phone, you don't
even know what you just did, really.
Right.
And when I seen all that, I just let that shit go. I was like, man, I can't even be mad at this cracker, man.
But yeah, that's what he was saying about, like...
Being.
Because I just remember how I was. Like, do you know how, like, it took you doing that? Like, it took us going through that. And you being gone and doing all that for me to focus on my fucking self, babe. Because I realized in that moment, like, God damn, like, I'm too hurt about what is going on right now. Like, I'm too hurt about this shit. Like, I'm so hurt that I'm not functioning how I need to function. What the hell do I need to do to heal this shit? Bomb. I ran into Miss Nicole. She started talking about how you know you're going through a spiritual awakening. This symptom, that symptom. I'm like, damn, I'm going through a spiritual awakening. So what happened was, instead of my energy being focused on all of that was going on, my energy started to be focused on me and what the hell I was going through and what I was realizing. So it took my awareness, my energy, my consciousness from all this human shit I had going on to spiritual shit and realizing my spiritual power. That's when I started to become like, okay, damn, this shit is really what's up. Like, I've been on this shit since I was a jit, but this shit is on a whole nother level. This shit on a whole nother level.
And I was on the outside in observing, but I could tell you was focused on you. Like, every time I looked in your face during that time, your ass was like, you wasn't, like, your body was there, but
I really was
your
not
spirit
there.
is like somewhere else.
It was gone, and that's what he was talking about on here. Breaking the mold, like, breaking past your human. You know you ain't this body. Like, you know you not this body.
That. Every time I looked in your face, it's just like, damn, you alright?
Yeah, man, it was so much going on, but it was like, and at first, like I said, I was viewing it, it's bad. But now that I know it ain't nothing bad and it's all a perception, it is so much. And I'm just glad I'm glad I'm refreshing my spirit with this type of information, because this is what I've been longing for. I don't want to put that negative shit in my eyes and ear gates that I was filtering through myself. Being on Facebook, sneak disses, and jealousy, and all that shit.
Keeping all that shit in your reality.
Yeah, just keeping it in it. Because you steady down.
Because that's what you put in your energy into. Yes. That's what you giving yourself to, your energy to.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm falling back. I'm even falling back. Like, even before I joined Bigo, I ain't in a rush to join Bigo.
Nah, you definitely
I am not. I am trying to rebuild LaQuanna. Cause baby, LaQuanna got built up and went out there in that battlefield, baby, and I'm coming back home a little bruised and scarred the fuck up. So I got the damn, when I heard my higher self say my soul is longing for my intention, I was like, oh my motherfucker.
It really like you at the house making the Kool-Aid in the picture, you the picture, and you the maker.
Yeah.
And you got as soon as you get this bit good and sweet and full, you gonna go fill the glasses up.
Right.
Everybody who glass want to taste some of the Kool-Aid. Put your cup. Let me tell everybody, put your cups up. And then, like, the wisdom come from not even like worrying about or paying attention to resistance.
Yes.
Because it's like, nigga, this ain't for you, know it. And I know that. So if there's any resistance, that's beneath me.
Right.
You can take it how you want to take it.
I'm trying to build myself up to where I'm at now.
You don't even view that shit, huh? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to build myself up back to, I ain't gonna say back, but to an awareness that coincides with where I'm at now. After being battered and bruised out there on the battlefield. I ain't
gonna lie, man. This shit I done been through seems like it done made my heart bigger.
And see, that's what probably needed to happen for you.
Cause it's like, damn, I like me understanding energy and shit that supposed to happen, and damn, I can't even feel like even the shit I was talking to you about earlier today is like I have my moments, cause it be like I find myself. Well, I haven't in a while, but what I shared with you today is like, okay, it had to be still there if I shared it, but then it'll be some days like how I'm feeling right now, it's just like, damn, all this shit supposed to be.
It's called triggers. That's why.